About 87% of Black women in America are mothers compared to the 54% of Black men who report being fathers. Now, this difference right here, because a lot of you are confused because you're slow. This difference right here means that more Black women are becoming parents than Black men. Not just in number of children, but in the likelihood of parenthood overall. A lot of you are like, well, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense because a lot of Black women are having Black children. Well, let's break it down. Research and reality shows among Black women, a large share have multiple children by multiple different men. Too often we hear Black women complaining about Black men not being fathers, Black men not showing up, Black men not being in their kids' lives. And this right here becomes the indictment of the men alone. But if fewer Black men are fathers than Black women are mothers, it's not simply a matter of Black men just not showing up. Now we have to discuss who are these Black men you guys are having kids by? Because choosing the bottom of the barrel and then getting upset because he is not an A1 father sounds like a personal problem.
It was the same way in my neighborhood growing up, bro. I know a few dudes. I'm pretty sure we all know a few of them. You know what I'm saying? They got kids over here, over there, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Whether it's right or wrong, at this point, we got to blame the women, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, this the thing. I got partners that got kids by multiple women, and if I see one of my partners like you don't care for your kids or ain't taking care of your kids, bro, it's gonna be hard for me to convince me that you love me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say out your own mouth. If you don't love your kids, you don't love me at all, and it's gonna be hard for you to convince me that you do. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm wondering why women so easily convinced that a man with multiple kids ain't taking care of none of them would just come over here and take care of yours like you some special or something to them. Come on, bro. Like, we got to be more wise than that. You know what I'm saying? Because what you do at this point is you create a family, you make it way hard on you as a mother, and then you make it way hard on your kids because they don't have a father in their life. You know what I'm saying? Because every child needs the mother and the father in their life. You know what I'm saying? The father gonna bring some structure to that household. You know what I'm saying? Make sure his child going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Check him when he ain't. Get, you know what I'm saying, the discipline and everything. You know what I'm saying? A father's needed in the household for those reasons. So when you okay with seeing him not being in his other child's lives, you really okay with you being the same way. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to put your child through that type of trauma? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what it's like growing up without your father? You know what I'm saying? This and that. You wondering every day why you looking at whatever. You at sports games or different events or whatever, and other kids got their fathers there and yours not there. Do you realize the trauma you put on a little boy like that or a little girl? You know what I'm saying? I don't think they be thinking about none of this when they go into these situations trying to, I guess, make these men change. I don't know if that's a challenge or something in their head, like, no, when he get with me, it's going to be different. No, that's just who he is as a person. He showed you probably 2-3 times. So why is it in your head to not really believe him on him letting people know who he is? Like, what make you think he going to be totally different when it comes down to you? I don't get that, bro. But let's see what else you got to say, and then we'll come back to it.
A lot of these men that you guys are having kids by also have like 3 to 5 to 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've seen on social media other baby mamas. You guys are all literally recycling the same nigga and then getting upset because he's not a decent father. Bitch, he wasn't a father to the last baby he had. So what made you think you're gonna be a father to yours? Statistical snapshot data shows that a high proportion of Black women have multiple children with multiple different men. If one woman has a child by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men, the chances of these men being in these kids' life is very thin. Just like a man who has a baby, especially in the West, has a baby by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 women, the chances of him being in all these kids' life are very thin. Again, let's think about the kids here. However, when a relatively small pool of men share paternity with many women, the chances of involved fatherhood is very slim. And I hate this whole narrative in the Black community that Black men are horrible fathers when statistically they're not. Black men fail Black families. Black women are just so victim minded and so they're just the biggest victims in the Black community. When the data proves something completely different, more Black women are becoming mothers than Black men. You guys are also becoming mothers to the same exact niggas. And the type of niggas and the quality of niggas that you guys are becoming mothers by are horrible. But these are the Black men who are failing the black family. You failed the black family first when you decided to lay down and give a baby to that nigga. You failed the black family when you did not require commitment before a child. You failed the black family when you did not assess whether this was a quality man before you gave him a baby. I literally see you wenches on TikTok bragging about being the 6th and 7th baby mama. One girl said she the 11th baby mama, didn't know he had. How in the fuck you didn't know this man had 10 other baby mamas? And you ended up, you mean to tell me you had a baby by a nigga who was able to hide 10 other baby mamas? Y'all be getting pregnant by men y'all met yesterday. But the black man is failing black families.
Yeah, man, I feel like our women need to start making better choices, man. You know, this the thing. If you require more out of a man, you know what I'm saying? At least, because ain't no guarantees and nothing like that. But let's just say if you meet a man and y'all talking about having a family, at least bring up marriage, man. Like, do you plan on marrying me? Because I'm not trying to be out here raising no kids by myself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, at least require marriage. You know what I'm saying? Or talk about it and say this what you want before you know what I'm saying, start creating families. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he's gonna stick around forever, but at least it'll make it harder for him to leave. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't. Hey, you know what? I don't want you no more knocking this split, because at the end of the day, we all see that it's so many mothers that get stuck with the child. It's almost like, and don't take this the wrong way because I'm not an advocate of it, but at the end of the day, it's almost like a child is optional for a father. But when it comes to the mother, she has no option. She has to keep it. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud single mothers for that, because at the end of the day, if they thought the same way, we'll sure enough be in trouble then. You know what I'm saying? If then nobody want the kids. If the mothers mess around and start thinking just like the fathers, all right, y'all ran off and left, well, I'm finna ran off and leave too, then we sure enough gonna be corrupt then, because ain't nobody gonna be to teach the kids. So I do applaud single mothers just for sticking around and being that extra, whatever you got as a mother. Like, I will never walk out on my child, because I don't understand it personally, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men that do walk out on their kids, and it ain't really no explanation for it, because I never advocate for something like that at the end of the day. But mothers got something in them where they like, nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, maybe because she carried him 9 months or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say her love stronger than a father's love. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, love from a woman come from here, and love from from a heart, whether, you know what I'm saying, and love from a man come from his head. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, ain't too many mothers walking out leaving they kids, you know what I'm saying, like the fathers is, you know what I'm saying, and I like to applaud them for that, because if not, like I said, our kids would be totally lost out here. But to that situation, yes, like women need to start making better choices, and then I think we'll have better outcomes when it comes to raising families. You know what I'm saying? Families being together. You know what I'm saying? Like, go in, do research. Go ahead and talk to this man mama. You know what I'm saying? Talk to his brothers and sisters. Somebody see what kind of family environment. Did he grow up under a family environment? Was it just him? Did he grow up out of control? Is he bad? You know what I'm saying? And I do get it. A lot of women love the bad guys, but when you talk about raising families, man, you might want to look for somebody a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That's just bottom line. But yeah, do that type of research first before you just go in and start creating families with people, man. Demand marriage, and hopefully things could change. You know what I'm saying? The statistics wouldn't be so high. If not, I can guarantee you it's going to be worse, because, not saying all of them think like that, but the majority of them broken homes with them little boys growing up in it, they didn't see no father in the household. A lot of them going to feel like it ain't even necessary for no father to be in the household, and they going to repeat the same cycle as they father did. You know what I'm saying? Very few going to say, you know what, I grew up without mine. I know what that hurt feel like, and I don't want that for my kids. I'm going to try my best to be in my kids' life. It's very little that's going to think like that. And it is a few, but it's very little. You know what I'm saying? More going to gravitate towards the other way, because it's much easier. It's much easier to say, you know what? I'm done. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what most of our men do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that ain't cool. It ain't nothing that I'm proud of and nothing like that. But women got to start understanding that men will do this, and you're going to be stuck by yourself because you don't have the same heart that they have. You don't have the heart to up and lead your kids like that man got the heart to up and lead his kids. So at the end of the day, start paying attention to all of the details before you create families. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, bro.